Morning, everyone, and welcome to the Windward Buddhist Temple's virtual Dharma service. We will begin the service with the chanting of the Vandana and Tisarana. This is found on page 7 of the Red Service book. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samman sambuddhassa. Homage to him, the exalted one, the enlightened one, the supremely awakened one. Buddham saranam gacchami, Dhammam saranam gacchami, Sangham saranam gacchami. I go to the Buddha for guidance. I go to the Dharma for guidance. I go to the Sangha for guidance. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. The sutra today is Junirai. This is found on page 59 of the Red Service book. Namanda, 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 Namanda. Keshu teni shokugyo amida sangyo sokusong gaihimi meu anako muryo bushi shuine konjiki shinjo nyosen no shamana gyo nyosobu gyomoku jonyaku shorenge koga chorai midason menzen Iko yunyo senichi ga shonyo tenku kushira koga chorai midason kannon jonai kanshuju shuju meuso shogon nobuge no makeman koga chorai minason bubi muku koshojo shutoku keuketsu nyokoku shosari akutoku jizai koga chorai midason 지뽀묘몽보사슈 무료쇼마조산당 이쇼슈조간득이즈 오가초라이미다손 온다이호겐시쇼게 랭공쇼조메다이사 오히사조뇨센뇨 고가초라이미다손 지뽀쇼라이쇼브시 갱eng징수시안락 생교성은조극교 고가초라이미다손 쇼우무조무가도 야근요스이가즈댕요로 이슈세포무묘지 오가초라이미다손 이송부세즈무악며 야금은요닝 아그너흐 슈닝시신교희송 고가초라이미나송 이송무료호변교 무쇼슈아크지식 오료후다이시보나이 고가초라이미나손 가세츠히손 그덕지 슈생무행녀가이스 쇼냥그생옹 쇼조쇼 에세슈조 쇼히고 아만나무 아만나무 나만나무 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 아니시그덕 Namandao, 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 Namandao. For our recitation today, I will read our pledge. Reaching out to others, I will share a smile and gentle words, just like the Buddha, who always calls out with aloha. Breaking away from my greed, anger, and ignorance, I will try to live in peace and harmony, just like the Buddha, who shares tranquility and kindness with all. Moving forward from self-centeredness, I will share a life of joy and sorrow with others, just like the Buddha, whose caring heart always embraces us. Realizing that I live because of others, I will strive to live life to the fullest with an attitude of gratitude, just like the Buddha, who promises to embrace us all. Namo Amida Butsu.
Good morning, everyone. I hope you are all well and are doing the right things to be safe and healthy. It can be easy to let your guard down and do something you might regret, gathering with a bunch of friends or not wearing your mask properly. People get frustrated or angry with the restrictions that are in place, which are meant to keep us safe. Yes, the safety guidelines can be inconvenient and annoying, but we must stay vigilant and strong. We've been under various levels of restrictions for 9 months now. As tired and weary as we are, there are so much we can be thankful for and people who we owe much gratitude. I'm glad Hawaii is far from other land masses and that we're surrounded by the Pacific Ocean. Infected people cannot drive their cars here. Because few airplanes and ships arrive here, the whereabouts of arriving passengers and crew members can be monitored. We just need to keep whatever infections there are in Hawaii from spreading too much. We all owe a debt of gratitude to all of the first responders, healthcare workers, and essential workers. They risk their own health and lives for our sake. The next time you meet one of these valuable people, please thank them. My message today is about gratitude. Gratitude is the expression of appreciation for what one has. It is a recognition of value independent of monetary worth, spontaneously generated from within. It is an affirmation of goodness and warmth. I have 2 quotes by William Arthur Ward. Gratitude can transform common days into thanksgivings, turn routine jobs into joy, and change ordinary opportunities into blessings. Feeling gratitude and not expressing it is like wrapping a present and not giving it. Each of us are the comic result of various occasions and events. Our parents lovingly guide us through our early years. They began a process to mold us, sometimes very strictly, into who we are today. My parents were there to support me through the school years as I became an adult, a spouse, and a parent. I took their love and support for granted. Later, I realized how much appreciation I should have shown and were expressed to them. I realized how grateful I was for their unconditional love, compassion, and devotion. A few years ago, I built a shoe cabinet, and it actually stayed intact for a number of years. When needed, I've done some minor carpentry work around the house. I learned these skills from my dad, who was a contractor and built many homes on the Big Island. My brother and I spent our free time during summer breaks and other time when school was out, reluctantly helping my dad on his jobs. That was hard work. I later realized that what those experiences had taught me. I was just 25 when my dad passed away. I wish I could have spent more time with him. I enjoy cooking and baking, which I attribute to my mom. During my teenage years, I would watch her cook and bake, and I became curious. Often, after arriving home from school, my siblings and I could smell the aroma of freshly baked breads and cookies. I have fun trying new recipes and modifying them to make them my own. Thank you, Dad and Mom. My wife, Merle, and I are grateful to members of Project Dana at the Hilo Honganji Mission. Volunteers have visited my 102-year-old father-in-law weekly to check on him and to make deliveries of sundry and grocery items. We are also grateful for the Hilo Honganji senior YBA members who prepared free meals and delivered them several times a month to senior citizens in the Hilo area, including my father-in-law. Each delivery consisted of 3 meals. I also have gratitude for other people, my aunties and uncles, all of my teachers, my siblings, and many friends through the years. They all had an influence on who I am today. People in the news, good and wonderful, and some not very good, also affected me. We are the sum of all that has happened around us. We are interdependent with everyone and everything around us, our families, friends, the temple sangha, and nature. We all wish that we lived in a fantasy world where we always got what we wanted and there is no suffering. But each day, our lives bring new adventures. As we learn from Forrest Gump, you never know what life will bring.
Do you want a chocolate? I could eat about 1.5 million of these. My mom always said life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get.
How philosophical and true that scene from the Forrest Gump movie is. As we wake up each morning and sip our cup of coffee or hot chocolate, let's enjoy the deliciousness of life. In his article titled Gratitude, Zen teacher Norman Fisher says that gratitude is something very profound. It takes us to the edge of time and space and beyond. To be grateful for life as it is also to be grateful for death as it is, not to underestimate life, not to underestimate death. He discusses further about suffering and dying, and people often say, "Why me?" And he counters by offering, "Why not me?" Saying "why me" means we see ourselves as separate beings among many beings. We want good things for ourselves, and we want to avoid the bad things. Saying "why not me" means that we know that we belong with everything and everyone. We aren't separate. What can happen to everyone can also happen to me, and I accept that. It's not a tragedy, and it's not a surprise. Gratitude is broad enough even to cover our own suffering. We are born, we age, we encounter suffering, and eventually we all die. This is a given. We hear it all the time. But nevertheless, when we encounter suffering and death, our hearts will ache, tears will come to our eyes. We cry, but we can also see the beauty of what is even in the midst of suffering. There is always mixed in with the sadness of suffering a wide, calm feeling. There can even be joy as well, perhaps a purest sort of joy as we recognize the preciousness of life. Life is present in us and all around us. Even when life is difficult, it is still life. And where there is life, where there is awareness, there is gratefulness. Our everyday gratitude can be expressed as, I'm grateful for my own body, grateful for the clouds and sky, grateful for my family and my teachers. Every day brings innumerable gifts: life, love, nourishment, shelter, challenges, friendships, and more. In his article, The Path of Gratitude, Jeff Wilson states, in Shin Buddhism, our main focus is the practice of gratitude. This sets us apart from many other Buddhists. We don't practice to achieve anything, not enlightenment, good karma, a favorable rebirth, or material rewards. We practice simply to give thanks for what we have received. It's a small shift in one's perspective, but when pursued, it can be transformative. From the point of view of the Dharma, we can see that each being exists within an inconceivable network of support from all things, whether it's the attainment of Buddhahood or the simple act of drawing a breath. Our every action is assisted by forces beyond the ego self. As we become aware of the interconnectedness, we gain some perspective of our karmic limitations. Accomplishments we counted as our own successes turn out to be due to the myriad benefits received from others. With this awareness, Shin Buddhists say the Nembutsu in gratitude. The Nembutsu is a phrase, Namo Amida Butsu, that expresses our happiness and thankfulness. It isn't a mantra or a prayer. It doesn't accomplish anything other than letting out that bottled up gratitude in a joyful utterance. When we say Namo Amida Butsu, we aren't begging to get into the Pure Land or trying to win favors of the Buddha. We are saying, how wonderful to receive so bountifully. Thank you very much. If we were to get a gift or compliment for something we did or achieved, and we had expected to receive that gift, we don't typically feel gratitude. Gratitude is our emotional response when we receive a gift, when we are not expecting it, or if we are without merit to receive such a gift. We are grateful for the teachings of Amida Buddha, and we are grateful to be accepted just as we are. In gratitude, let's place our hands in Gassho. We recite the Nembutsu and trusting in the Buddha of immeasurable life and infinite light. With gratitude and awareness, joy and appreciation of Amida Buddha's immense compassion which embraces us, never to forsake, promising that we will attain enlightenment. Namo Amida Butsu. Thank you.
Namo Amida. Namo Amida. Namo Amida Buddha. Namo Amida Buddha. Namo Amida. Namo Amida Buddha. There is no place the moon does not shine, but it only illuminates in the heart of those who gaze at it. Namo Amida Butsu. Well, thank you very much for attending this Wynwood Buddhist Temple's Dharma virtual service, and hope to see you again next Sunday. In the meantime, please take care and don't get sick. Goodbye.